Hello, this is my interview. I just want to say before we get started, my interviewee is like the best option for me because I feel like he went through a lot of experiences and inequalities, and this is the best way to honor him. Without further ado, let's get it started. Hello, I'm Baron Rances, and this is my oral history project. This is for my interviewee to tell a story. So right here we have,
Arsenio Gonzalez Ramos,
what is your age?
78.
What is your relation to me?
You're my grandson.
I want to ask you about your background and your life story as a child. How was your childhood life in the Philippines?
Back in the Philippines, I used to have a task to do every day.
What about education-wise?
As a child, education is alright because we have good teachers that help us achieve the necessary things that we can do.
In your childhood, would there be anything you would want to change?
That all the hardships that I've experienced should have been better because we are poor. I have to struggle.
Ask you about your background and your life story towards your teenager years. How is your teenager life in the Philippines?
Still be happy. I used to sing on a band with my friends.
How is your teenager life education-wise? And
Education as a teenager is all right because the same thing when I'm studying.
what were your future plans at that time when you were a teenager?
I was planning to go to graduating high school, planning to go to college.
I'm now going to ask you about your adulthood. An adult, what was your set plans for your successful future?
As soon as I graduate college by acquiring that Bachelor of Arts in Education, then applied for U.S. Navy.
What were some of the challenges or problems that you had to face?
What will be the best choice that I could take to continue teaching or join the United States Navy?
During your adulthood, was there any time where people treated you differently?
When I was a teacher, I have high praises on me.
I'm going to be asking you about more of your conflicts, struggles, and inequalities. During boot camp, what was the majority of the people's race?
Mostly blacks and whites.
During that moment in the boot camp, surrounded by all those people, did you feel like you were different?
A different person because I was surprised to see big, tall, and lanky black guys and white guys compared to us Asians.
What were the problems and struggles you faced?
They talk to us as if they don't have any respect on us.
I want to ask you is about your conflicts, struggles, and inequalities of your immigration to the U.S. Do you remember how it felt when you were first immigrating to the U.S.?
When the pilot told us that we are now passing the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, I thought the Golden Gate is gold. Surprise, it's orange.
Is it hard to immigrate out of the country?
That's right. Hardship in life in the Philippines.
I'll be asking you questions about your hardships in your lifetime. What were some of the hardships you went through in your childhood?
Because of the financial stability that we have in the Philippines, help my parents. I always go with them on the field.
I'll be asking you conflicts that you went through in your life, just in general. As you may have been told, father had escaped the Bataan death march, which is very important because if he didn't, you wouldn't have been born. Therefore, none of our family would have been born as well. How do you feel about knowing that information?
My dad was able to escape the death march. We are grateful and happy about that.
Like the experience of it, that when you went through.
If you can no longer walk, they gotta kill you, and hardships that the food that they eat, it will make them weak.
I'll be asking you about how you are now. Do you think you accomplished everything in life?
Yeah, what the Navy had done to me is different, man.
How do you feel now that you achieved your plans?
Thanking God for whatever He has done to me to be successful. In regards to the audience, I'd like to tell them that acquire all the things that you want to do and successful in every endeavor that you have to encounter.
This is the end of the interview. Thank you, Grandpa, for taking the time to answer these questions. Not only people can hear your story, but I'm here to honor you. To the audience that are listening, I just want to say thank you too. This is the end. Goodbye.